Oh, hi. How you doing? Just a little touch up there. How y'all doing today? Nice to see you all. Hi, Robert. And hi, Glover Mom. Glover Mom, we need to get to know each other better. We've only just met. Looking forward to that. Wonder Lady's here. Was here earlier. Maybe she's still here. Shout out and wave hi. Anybody that wants to come in to the stream and chat with me, just holler out and I'll send you a link. This is my regular Tuesday afternoon hanging out, BS and silliness with friends. Hi Maya. I am punctual. I'm actually usually late for everything. This is something I really enjoy, so I'm very rarely late. A bit of tea and Danish, my sweet Linda. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Y'all doing okay today? How's everyone's Tuesday? It is Takeout Tuesday for me. We made a deal, my husband and I, a few months back, that from now on Tuesdays, Granny doesn't have to cook. Granny doesn't have to sweat dinner. Don't have to worry what's thawed out, if I have enough bread or any of those things. Um, just because that's just a thing I need to do once a week and be certain that I don't have to worry about that. Uh, the trick is he's supposed to be responsible for dinner, which doesn't regularly pan out quite the way I plan it. But most of the time, it's the whole, how we do that. What you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. Whatever you want. What do you want? Well, it doesn't matter to me. What do you want to eat? What'd you have for lunch? Well, I had fish. Well, okay, I had chicken. So we need to find some beef or pork, right? Is that what we're going for? Oh, I would love to see Robert in a stream. Put a face to that name, or at least a voice. Hi, Faye, my sweet friend.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm okay.
Feeling a little better today?
Maybe.
Maybe. Good enough to be here, so yay. Oh, yeah. She's having the wintertime sniffle blues, yes?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh, I
Nope.
felt really, really so tired. Zombie girl.
I started to ask if you had your flu shot, but I know better. I know you have.
I certainly do.
Yes. So I don't have to worry about you getting that. So
That doesn't mean that some of the children I've been exposed to lately haven't given me the cooties.
true.
You know how kids are.
Children have, yes.
They go to school where it's a bacteria fest, right? Everyone recognizes the fact that children are disgusting. It is a fact.
It
And
is a
then
fact, yes.
they develop new diseases and they bring them home to you.
Oh, well, yeah. Or they share them with each other and pass them
And bring them
around
home to you.
and bring them home to me. I'm
Hmm.
I'm I'm immune to just about dang near everything anymore. I mean, I've been shot so many times in my life. I'm pretty sure I'm immune to just about anything. I get my fall allergies this time of year when the leaves get, there's lots of leaves piled up everywhere, and then it'll rain, and then everything gets all moldy,
Hmm.
and that will just my face. And I smashed my toe last night, so I'm a little gimpy
Aww.
today, but it's only the 800th or so time that I've done that, so
Uh
I'm kind of
huh.
used to it.
I get it.
Oh, the worst part was I know the thing is there, right? I know the thing is there,
Uh
walking
huh.
in the room. As I look down to spot the thing with my eye so that I do not jam my toe into it, the very exact same millisecond as my eye landed on the thing, I jammed my toe into it. It's like,
Oh no.
so yeah, I'm a little hobbly today, but I got my stuff done. I got Papa took care of. What did y'all think of Papa? Is he cute or what?
He's adorable.
I love him. It's like my world right now. Not to slight the children or anything, but he's kind of like my number one priority at the moment. I want
Right.
his remaining years to be as good as possible, you know?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I might get regular doses of Grandpa's Navy stories or
I
something.
think you should. I think you
I,
should because that way you also have them forever.
it was so funny when I asked him, yes, Glover Mom, I will send you a link. When I asked him if he wanted to do it, because it just came to me, I was on the way over there. I was like, "Oh my God, what I got 100 subscribers I wasn't ready for. What do I got to do something? What do I do?" I was like, "Oh, I can get Papaw to talk. Papaw's entertaining always, you know."
Uh-huh.
And
I have the link. I'll
so
put it in
uh, you got the link. You put it in where?
the chat
Okay, that's fine.
for
Yeah, they're
the
only good
chat.
for one round anyway. Yeah, that's why I like the StreamYard because I can put the link in the side chat and
Uh-huh.
it's no good after this stream. Like I'm not gonna have people jumping in random later or anything like that. It's
No,
a
no, no. The
very
stream to the video with your father.
oh that link. Okay, see that's what I get for trying to do two dang things at the same time. All right, let me go over here and find. Dun, 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 go where mom. Oops.
Unless Glover Mom wants to come here, but if we were talking with video.
No, I know Clover Mom's on the video with Papaw in it. I think she's asking for
Oh,
a
then
Zoom
I
link. Correct me if
misunderstood.
I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm about to send you a StreamYard link. Just click the duck, darling. There's your duck. Anybody else want to come in? I will send you one too. Holy
Eh,
crap, holy. What in
What
the
was
cat?
that?
Oh, freaking repair people. Hang on, I'm gonna mute it for a second. You talk for me for a minute.
Oh, great. Well, okay. Angie has a lovely video with her and her father. It's the 100 subscribers thank you special. It's about 10 minutes and 4 seconds long. And you get to hear her father talk, and he is adorable and very interesting. And it's very entertaining. And it's nice to see her interact with her dad. I think it's a very wonderful personal touch thing that she shared with everyone. Of course, you do realize that Angie does a lot to make her videos personal, and I think it shows. So I'm really, really like I watched that more than once because I was just like, he's adorable. I want to adopt him. So yeah, there's that. And uh,
Thank you, Faye. I'm sorry, y'all, about the background noise. The gutter guy called me last night, said I'll be there in the morning. I was like, yay, okay, come on, because I need it done.
is it
So
still the morning though? I mean, I know you're in Texas, but is it still the
no, it's
morning?
not, but it takes all day to put them all the way around the house and all the downspouts and all that stuff. And
Okay.
they also just came back from lunch, so which
Okay.
I did too.
I
So
thought they just got there. Like,
no,
hi,
no, no.
surprise.
I thought they were working on the other side of the house though. It's why I felt okay about going ahead and starting now instead of maybe postponing it. Uh, Hi, Lucy. How you doing? And Nerdy's here, and Morton's here. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be paying attention to all this stuff. So yeah, I will try to mute it when they're being loud. They're not constantly loud, thank goodness. It comes in spurts. Yes, I know Glover saw the video. She left me a lovely comment, and I appreciate everybody. Hi, Rhonda. Yay, Rhonda's in the side chat. She's working. Where is the link? I put it in a Twitter DM to you from me, Glover Mom. Check your DMs, your Twitter.
Hmm.
I know I did that right. Oh, hello.
Yeah, because if all you have on is me, you're just gonna get my inner Morticia Adams coming out. So.
That's okay. I love your inner Morticia. She's the perfect balance to my inner Pollyanna.
Oh no,
Yeah.
daisies! That's a sign of riffraff. There's
Uh,
riffraff.
What?
Daisies, they're the sign of a riffraff.
Oh yeah.
But if you go by the classic television series, and I do because I don't like the Adams Family movies. They did it wrong. They lost the charm. They should have hired a consultant. They got the feel wrong for the Adams Family.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm an original series purist, more or
Yeah, it has
less.
to be It has to
Yeah.
be Carolyn Jones.
Yeah. And yeah. Yeah. And I always Lurch was always my favorite
Gomez,
because
me.
Here I
hi
Awesome.
am.
Clover Mom.
Hi. Your
Nice to
DM
see
wasn't showing
you.
up as a, what do you call it? You know how it puts that one on there or something?
Uh
Yeah,
I
huh.
had to go click on it. Go, oh, there it is.
there it is.
How
Yep.
are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
Center the
What are you up
channel.
to today?
I'm just relaxing. Husband's at work. Everybody's at work today. It's just me.
Yep,
That's
me too.
awesome.
Me and the gutter guys.
I was working on videos earlier, so I'm taking a break right now. So,
I I took my cat litter to the dump,
oh,
and the guy's like, "This doesn't look like cat litter," and I said, "But it is." And he said, "But it looks like sawdust." And I said, "That's exactly it." And he's going, and I said, "It's been peed on sawdust, okay?" And
yeah.
he's like, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, that's a, because it was about 2 gallons worth." And
Oh,
I'm just like, "Okay." And he's like, he took it from me and he goes, "This is awfully light for something that's been peed on." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Smell it."
it's
He
one cat.
smells it. He smells it and he's like, "This doesn't smell like pee." And I'm like, "Oh my God. It's
Effective.
been peed on sawdust. That's what it is. That's how you process
It's
it."
not supposed to smell like pee,
Right.
is it?
That's the whole point.
Is it because
Don't they
I'm
make it now where
changing
they
it?
can not be peed on?
Well, I figured if I can smell it, he could smell it. I think I
True.
can smell it, so maybe it's psychosomatic. But I cleaned my
Yeah, you're
boxes
used to it
out.
probably.
I have 3 boxes, so 2 gallons worth of like litter is fine for 3 boxes worth. I changed them all today, and he's just giving me a hard time because it looks like sawdust.
I feel
I'm
sorry
going,
for all these people at work. I'm sorry you're at work.
yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm
Well,
talking about poop. I'm
yeah, it's
sorry.
about
Oh,
midday for me,
poop.
so.
So after I argue with the guy, he's just like, "So you come here often?" I'm like,
Oh,
3 times a
Jesus.
week.
Well, if I think about it, I'm at work too because, like, technically, this is my job now.
Yeah.
Hanging
But
out, talking to people. Yay!
I've got news for anyone who works at a dump, a garbage thing. That is not the place to pick up women. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was just saying that's kind of a bad pickup line after just arguing
No,
over the litter, you know?
Yeah, it's like, don't give me a
Yeah.
hard time for my litter, and no, I'm not interested in you. Thank you.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. No, I
Funny.
don't. I'm not. Didn't come here looking for a date. If I see you in a club and you're a good-looking dude, I don't care what you do for a living, but I do not want to make a date at the dump. Thank you.
It's not why I'm
Exactly.
wearing. I didn't put my eyeliner on because I was going to the dump. Thanks.
Exactly. Oh my god.
The tinted lip gloss isn't for you, honey.
No, that's
Oh,
for me.
man.
The lips are for me,
Yes.
so I don't feel like I look like a corpse.
Mine is for the moisturization.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
what you mean.
The
I don't.
moist.
I don't go anywhere without my lips. If I don't wear any other makeup at all, I will do shades and lips because
I'm going to
the
stop the
lips
camera
go.
so I can eat while we're talking.
Oh, you
Hmm.
can eat. It's okay. It doesn't bother me. I'm eating too. Actually, I have some jambalaya in a cup over here.
Yeah, I got a
My
big bowl of soup.
Funyuns
Oh,
and
there
my.
you go.
I was
I
shoved
have
as much
food
of it
in
in my
the.
face as I could before I started.
I
So
have food cooking at the moment, so that's good.
I declare Afternoon Delight stream a global holiday. Everybody take off and come watch me.
That's right.
No more working during my streams. That's just not allowed. I declare it as diva of the world.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, now back on. Okay. Yeah, I loved your dad. He reminded me of my grandfather when he was alive. Just
Oh.
absolutely wonderful.
He is a superhuman being. He's as hardcore Republican as anybody I know. And but he's the most liberal Republican I know, because when we argue about politics, he almost always agrees with me. And I'm like, then why, Dad? You know, if
He's
that's what you
kind
think,
of a
then
moderate then.
why? You know, but he has dementia. He's not, gone around the bend or anything. He's totally still sentient and with us. He's just really, really forgetful right now.
Now, are you writing anything, all of his stories down? Because I would recommend that.
Well, that's kind of why I decided to do this. So I'm going to have him regular come on and tell
there you
his
go.
Navy stories and stories about his brothers.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. We learned on this first video that we need at least a little bit of a script type thing, or at least I give him a rundown of things not to say before we get on air, which I didn't do this time. That was totally candid.
Well, here's what not to say, Dad.
Yeah, he totally outed me my deepest, darkest secret on camera, and I was not about to delete it or do it. I was like, well, I guess it's time for that to come out to the world. Those who don't know, which is the majority of the people in my life. I got phone calls about that, y'all. I didn't know that about you. I'm like, I know, nobody knew that about me. Now everybody knows that about me.
He's adorable.
I did keep him
really,
from doxing my sister, so that was good.
He's adorable.
Yes, he is my pride and joy. He's the reason I'm still alive. He's the reason my mother didn't kill me, eat me at birth or something, because, yeah, he's always been the yin to her yang, and we are so much alike. It's ridiculous.
I could tell. He's adorable. He's absolutely adorable. And that hat, oh my God. I'm just like, oh.
The hat has its own story.
Get it on camera, honey.
I will. The hat has its own story.
My dad passed away.
Honey.
Yeah, my dad passed away 4 years ago, and I kind of wish I would have written down stuff, genealogy stuff, and all this stuff. And now it's too late. So
yeah. I'm doing my best to make these his best possible years. He's almost 80. He'll be 80 in January. So he's doing really good. For somebody who acts like he's about to croak, he's really healthy, actually.
Well, you don't know if he's about to croak or not,
Well, we just came from the doctor. All his numbers are perfect.
Yep.
There's not a thing wrong with him. He's got COPD because he smokes and has for 50 years or whatever. But that doesn't seem to slow him down too much. His biggest problem is he forgets to eat. And so at a certain point, he gets down in weight. And I thought I had someone helping me with that. Found out they weren't helping me. And oh my God, I ran into her at the grocery store today.
Oh, do tell.
The lady that I just got fired from taking care of my dad, who was scamming the company.
No.
She and it couldn't have been better if it had been written in a sitcom. I mean, I'm coming down this aisle this way. She's coming this way down there. We can't see each other at all. Get to the end. It's like, and I looked at her and she looked at me and we both went like this. Exact same. Like, we both went like that. And I just looked at her and started laughing and turned around and kept walking the other way.
Well, what can you do, right?
Well,
she's
turns out she also parked right next to my car.
Oh, no.
She was not there when I pulled in, but she parked right next to my car because she knows my car. It has a bumper sticker.
How passive-aggressive. And
I come out, she's pulling out, and she's like, you just have a nice day, Miss Angie. And I just said, you want to really hear what I said? You really want to hear what I said? I said, fuck off and die, bitch. And that's what I said. She's lucky I didn't rip her face off that day, so don't mess with my pop. Oh, God. Ouch.
What?
That noise, it's like an air hammer drill or something. And it sounds like,
yeah, we can't really hear much of anything on your end.
Oh, good, because it sounds like a really big fart over here.
To me, it just
I don't want anybody to think I'm passing the gas on the channel here. Oh, you see, can you hear that?
It sounds like a truck. Just sounds like a truck, Angie. It doesn't sound like your stomach is about to explode.
They're right outside my window.
I have a
And
hard time
the
hearing you
neighbors on the
mention
other
anything, so I
side.
got a busy street behind me.
Oh,
Oh,
really? I
good.
can't hear your street. I
But
just
just
hear
cars going
the
by. It's not busy, but cars do go by.
I
So
just
False
hear
teeth.
the traffic in Angie's side, but it's not that
Mm.
bad.
thankfully, we don't have any yelling neighbors right now, so that's good.
Well, I'm using
Yelling
my camera.
neighbors.
I'm using my camera mic today, and
Yeah.
my computer's pretty good about blocking out background noise when I'm
Oh, yeah.
doing this.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
why I couldn't hear much of anything.
that's good.
No, I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of neighbors that like to be outside and they like to talk loud.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I feel like yelling out my window, I can be loud too, but I
Jambalaya.
don't. There you go.
See, whenever I was on the phone and people would go by my apartment when I lived in Rhode Island and they were loud, I would like to yell at them, if you're going to say things loud, please enunciate so I can
So I can
listen.
hear, I can understand and listen. Yeah.
And they'd be like, what? She's listening? Like, you can see the panic. Like, oh, there's just strange woman outside of her place. And she's like, I can't hear you clear enough. I know you're shouting, but please enunciate.
Exactly.
And they're just like,
Nerdy.
they're like looking at me like I am totally mental. And I am. But the thing is, it's like, it does make sense if you're going to, like, be if you're going to have somebody's attention, be clear about it.
Yeah.
You don't want me to mishear your gossip before I repeat it, do you?
You know what? At least my streams are never boring. I can say that for sure because I've been in all of them. Really?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. There's not a blinking thing I can do about it because I want
Nope.
the gutters. I need the gutters. The gutters
Need the
must
gutters
happen.
done, so that's okay. That's okay.
Tomorrow the French drains go in. And then after that I get the new deck and then I can put the place up for sale and get the hell out of here. Away from all the noise. Go
So-
someplace quiet.
Your dad said you were born in California?
Mm-hmm.
So you were born at Mare Island then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's now that's closed now. I think I forget
Yeah,
what
that's
it
where
is
the
now, but-
Mythbusters do all their stuff now.
Yeah.
They're in the dry docks and stuff. I get a kick out. I get a kick out of seeing that.
I think they did it at Alameda Air Force Base as well.
Yeah, they go there too.
Or Naval is it Air Force Base? No, I
Depends
mean-
on what they need, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
I grew up in the Bay Area, so I know Mare Island. Driven by it
Oh,
many times.
really?
I want to go back
So-
one day. I'd like to go visit and go see San Francisco and
Yeah, I haven't
And
just
stuff
San
like
Francisco
that.
in a while. If I do,
Yeah.
I'll take the BART train in, but
Are you in California?
I'm in
That was-
California. I'm just outside the Bay Area though, in the Central Valley now.
Okay.
I'm from
So I can drive
California,
to they extended
What?
BART to Pleasanton. So I
Okay.
can drive there and catch the BART train from there if I need to.
Cool.
Well, I've
Ah.
been driving because San Francisco's a pain to drive in. I've done it. It's not fun.
I'm from California as well.
Oh, sweet. Northern, southern?
Yeah.
Madeira
Mhm.
County.
Oh, okay. So you're close to me.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Well,
too far
no,
from where
not
I'm at.
anymore. I'm in New York.
No, I mean you
now.
were not too far from where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Does anybody else in the chat like to come in? I see Nerdy's come in. I see Critical Dave is here. Anybody else wants to get in on the stream? Just shout out and I will send you a link. Linda and Morton, I put the link in it's now called Angie's Mellow Mates. It was the fundraiser group, and I added Morton to the group. So if you guys want to come in,
Right,
Click
Morton,
the
this
duck.
is your chance. It's not girls'
Hey,
night.
Morton,
You're
come
allowed
on.
to.
right? It's not
You're
girls'
allowed to
night.
join us. You're allowed to join us right now.
The whole channel is not a no boys zone, just girls' night.
Robert said Angie had beans for lunch. So they're having fun with the noise.
Robert.
They're having fun with the noise.
It sounds like tractors to me.
It's like a grrrr drill driver.
Yeah,
or
that's what it
hammer
sounds
drill or
like.
something, yeah. Sounds like race car pit stop.
Speaking
tires on.
of, how was that for your family?
Oh, they had a great time and they were not here and it was awesome. They had a lot of fun. Grandpa was happy
Good.
because he got to go and the girls were happy as they got stuff, you know, free stuff. They got free T-shirts and they each got a lug nut from off of one of the race cars. You know,
Oh, hey, why not? Right?
one of the track guys was because where our campus spot is we park right behind at the fence, right behind the where the ambulances and the track dryers and all the officials and stuff are
Right.
parked there in turn two. And
Mhm.
they get all the stuff. You know, if the driver throws a water bottle out the window, they'll bring it and throw it over the fence, you know. And if there's kids standing there, they're constantly like, here, this came from whatever car and this came from whatever car. And go tell your friends you got this in the track. So
Oh
both
my
girls got a
goodness.
lug nut and a new hat, a race girl hat with Penelope Pit Stop on it. I was tickled to death. I'm like, I love Penelope Pit Stop from the Wacky Racers. That's a cartoon I used to watch.
Mm,
I used
okay.
to watch that too. Guess who
So
I
now,
rooted for?
who?
Dastardly Dan.
Dick Dastardly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly right.
Yep,
I always
that's what
called
my
him
husband claimed
Dastardly.
last night. I like the
Aww.
dog.
Oh, he's
Yeah. Was it Muttley?
Stop that pigeon. Matt Big. Hi, sweetie. Anybody wants to come in? Everybody's at work.
Yeah.
I try to do it early enough in the day, though, so that some of my UK friends can stop in and see me too.
I'm going to be so busy next week.
Yeah, because it's 8 hours out. Yeah, I do that with my premieres. I'll put them in like at around 1 to 2 o'clock, depending on who's premiering that day. I'll
Yeah.
see who's premiering, and then I'll kind of work around it.
Aww.
But I don't want to do it too late, towards like, oh, they're asleep now over there. So
Well, girls' night happens a little late for some of the folks over there, and
yeah,
it's basically the next day morning for my Australian friends. So
yeah,
trying to get stuff at different times of day so that I can visit with everybody. You know, I love that I have a global circle of friends, man. How cool is that? I've been stuck in tiny East Texas, Whiteville, USA for too long. This is great.
yeah. I don't go on the shows, but I go on the chat for the shows, and they do theirs like it'll be 3:30 my time. So it's late for them over there, but so everybody can kind of get in on it, and even the Aussies can get in on it a little bit. So yeah, it's just it is a hard thing to work on with all the different time zones. So, but
Yeah.
thankfully, like when you do premieres, they keep on. You watch them whenever you want to. But yeah,
But people really like being in the chat for
yeah,
those.
they do. And I get that way. I go, I missed a chat, darn it. You know,
Hmm.
sometimes I forget what time it is, or
Yeah.
notification doesn't do anything for me. You know,
I
YouTube gets
know.
broken, as they say sometimes, and it doesn't notify. So it's a pain.
Yeah, if I could stay up for 24 hours, I'd get all the watching and doing and streaming in I'd like, but
I
sometimes I
can't
gotta
watch half the
sleep.
stuff that gets thrown at me. So
Well, next week I won't make Nadine's show. I won't be around for much next week.
She's busy, busy, busy.
I'll got stuff to do. Nothing I can do about it.
Oh, of
right, got a
course.
life.
That's right.
There's dermatologists and colleges to visit and.
Yep. Tomorrow is orthodontist, and
Mhm.
Friday I have one kid at the doctor and one meeting at the school, and yep, there's always something going on.
Yeah, mine are out of school now, so I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Although I have a
Do you
daughter
do
who's going
the?
to go to, she's a medical assistant.
Mhm.
She's going to go to the local community college and take a couple of classes for her prereqs for nursing.
Oh,
She
nice.
wants to become a nurse, so she's going to start taking classes here and there and just pay for them and take a couple of
Awesome.
classes and get her prereqs done. So when she's ready to go to nursing school, she's got them. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's an
There's
excellent career choice.
Yes. I
there's a
told her
couple.
it's a very recession-proof occupation.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's a
Everybody always
couple.
needs health care.
There's a couple of like educational programs. Some are on Khan Academy, some are on edx.org or edux.org, where you can basically take a free class
Oh
that
yeah,
you can use as a kind of like a study bumper. So the anatomy and physiology, but medical terms, like if she took a course in medical billing, she
billing.
would be up on the jargon
I
before
think
she starts.
yeah, the school she went to, they kind of touched on everything. They were
Right.
very big on lab work. You didn't practice like shots on orange. You actually went on a live person, and
Yeah.
she's very good at giving shots. And yeah, so I think they touched on front office, back office, all of that.
Hmm.
But I
That's
don't know if they
good.
did billing. I'd have to ask her, but yeah,
Because one of the things about medicine, or at least my sister said, because she works in the medical field, she said one of the things that a lot of new people have a problem with is some of the just the terminology. And
yeah,
unless you're like walking around with an app on your phone, you're gonna miss out what some people are talking about around
yeah.
you.
You have to be really good with the terminology.
And it's constantly, because there are things that normally don't come up, but they'll come up, and then it's good to know the terms.
Yeah, and if you don't use them all the time, you do forget.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now she works for she does medical referrals right now. She calls them in.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Um, but it's like one of those places where they do like drug testing and workman's comp
Hmm.
stuff. So she's like, she's done that since January. She's like, I'm ready to move on now. That one's just not, So she's been applying for different places right now. So
That's great.
hopefully she'll find something better with better pay, which will be nice. But yeah, she knows what she wants to do, and I'm glad. My son,
My
different story.
Really.
Yeah, he has no clue what he wants to do right now.
Yeah, I got mine are grown and I'm raising the grands now, so I had to start over,
Yeah.
but
No grandkids, but great nieces and great nephews, but no grandkids yet,
yeah.
thankfully.
Yeah,
My kids aren't
I
ready
had
to be
about a
parents.
year. I had about a year and a half of like freedom, almost 2 years full of no new kids, full blown empty
Oh, okay.
nest, and
Yeah.
I was happy. I was so happy. I did not suffer from sad, oh, I miss my kids. I wish they were still here. I need someone to baby. I was so liberated. It was all wonderful. It was wonderful. Short-lived, but wonderful.
Yeah. I have a
And I
grand
love my
cat,
kids.
but
They love my kids, don't get me wrong. But they kept coming and they kept coming back. It's like, no, you already moved on. Why are you coming back? You're supposed to go live your life out there
yeah,
somewhere. And call me
you're
once
supposed
in a
to
while.
be living on your own here.
Yeah. Yeah. So then now I've got the grands and they're mine now. So I'm momming again, full blown mom mode,
Oh my goodness.
which is probably why I'm so annoying. I was a lot more annoying as a mother. I think I'm a little more mellow some because I'm grandma now and it's easier because I know more. I didn't know anything the first time
Yeah,
around. I had to learn it as I went. So there's stuff I know now that
exactly.
I'm
I
picking
think
my battles, sweetheart. You can just go over there and have your tantrum. I'm not playing.
I think the older you get, yeah, you like you say, you know now.
Yeah.
You know what to expect
Yeah.
and how to handle it.
I have a firm grip on whether they're being bad or whether they're just being kids.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a reason I didn't have any.
That's something Dad and I talked about today. It's like, I do realize Mother did not want children. That's why I understand people who don't want them. I'm telling you, if you don't want them, don't have them because then
Yeah.
you just end
If
up
you can,
hurting them.
yeah.
Whether you
But then
want to hurt them or not, it hurts them because they
but once they grow up, it's kind of worth it. And you realize what you put
know.
your parents through. So
Well,
Yeah.
I was babysitting this one particular child, and she's like, "How many kids do you have?" And I said, "None. I don't like children." She goes, "Do you like me?" And I said, "Not really." And she's like, "Why don't you like me?" I said, "Because you're a child, but when you get older, I'll probably like you." And she went, "Oh." And then she looked at me and she goes, "I don't like kids either." And I'm like, "You don't like kids either?" She goes, "No." And I said, "Well, then you're my friend." She goes, "But I'm a child." I said, "But now you're an individual." And she went,
I,
"Oh."
yeah. Kids are not the worst thing in the world. I don't care for other people's children. Like I love
Oh,
mine, but I don't care for other people's
I
children.
don't I
My
don't I
first
don't
thought is,
like the
God,
idea of
didn't anybody
24/7.
teach you how to act?
I don't like the idea of 24/7. I don't like the idea of school. I don't like the
Yeah.
idea of being responsible for everything that that little thing does. And
Yeah.
it's like all this other stuff. I don't want to be there for the pukes. I don't want to be there for pneumonia. I don't want to be there for the first heartbreak. And I certainly am not into wiping butts.
I agree. I understand completely. Having done all of those things, I totally get why somebody would not want to.
Now, I get the fact that, yes, they can be adorable and yes, they can be funny, but
You can
I am more
sometimes.
for I am more for you need to take a class or you'd like a date, so you drop your kid off with me for an hour or three
Yeah.
and I entertain a little bit,
You're like
you
the
know.
fun aunt.
Well, kind of, yeah, because the fun aunt is taking little one to a college tour on Monday.
Yeah, but the
So,
fun aunt is the one that still tells you kind of what to do, but she's not your mom. You know,
Yeah.
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 she's not your mom.
The
Period.
fun
That's
aunt
like the
is also
one
the
thing.
one who gets the phone calls while I'm in streams with you and says, "Can you pick me up from school?" And I go, "Okay."
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know
I'm
I can
backup.
trust you.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
you don't.
backup.
Well, they also know that the fun aunt doesn't have to say nice things because they're not the mom. Like the fun
Right.
aunt usually gives it to you straight, always.
Hmm.
Like you're being an
Because the
ass.
fun hat knows they can give you back,
Yeah,
and they don't have to deal with deal with you.
you can go ahead and be
Oh
mad
yeah.
at me, but you're going home anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
No, we do that kind of thing all the time. In fact, she and I battle sometimes. She'll be like, I'm being a brat," and I'll be like, "Okay, you're being a brat. You can go home."
Yeah.
nah.
And then the next time I see her, "Sorry about that." Not a problem.
I used to work as a nanny when I lived in Florida for a few years,
Hmm. Me too.
and I was one of those contract nannies. I would get called here and there for the tourists and everything. And I babysat this one little girl, and she was like, it was like for just for the night. She was throwing a tantrum on the floor. I'm like, oh look, a tantrum, yay! And she stopped and went, "This is like not the reaction I wanted, you know." It's like it just took all the wind out of her sails. So I used that when I
Oh,
had my kids. When they had tantrums, I'm like, go ahead, have your tantrum. I'll just watch.
oh yeah.
And they
I would
stopped.
when one of my girls came back from school and she was crying hysterically and I couldn't understand a word. So I picked up both her hands and said, "Okay, you're not bleeding." And
Mm-hmm.
then I kind of did an aura sweep, like, "You're not on fire."
Yeah.
None of your bones are broken. What's wrong, kid? And then I got a little bit out, and I thought what she said that she was bullied.
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh well, we're gonna go." I was like, got the name of the boy and everything. And they're like, "Okay, let's go over there." Go over to his house, start figuring things out. And she's calmed down enough to talk. She was crying because he wouldn't let her bully him.
Oh.
So instead of me getting an
Whoops.
apology from a little boy, I made her apologize, and the tears came again.
Oh.
And I said, and she was adorable. She was absolutely adorable, but she was a monster. So I'm like, no, we don't pick on little boys, and we don't get frustrated about being a bully and cry when we get home.
Yeah.
We want to be kind people. So if you're not
Right.
invested in being a kind person, then you're going to be grounded
Yep.
until you learn what sympathy, empathy, and I was like, you do not bully little boys. I said they're fragile enough. Believe me, you'll find out when you're 30. She's like, okay.
I had a when my son was in
Just
elementary
because she
school.
loves her fur babies. And I'm thinking, you know
Yeah.
what? I have fur babies too, and
Yeah,
I love them as equally as I love my
I
skin
do. I
babies.
do too.
The only difference is that slight little bit of less responsibility. You can put a dog in a crate if you need to for a few, a couple hours because you
Right.
need to do something else and keep the dog from being out on her foot. You can't do that.
My
You
hair.
can't go to work and leave the kid at home to fend for
No.
itself all day, those
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
not
things.
like cats. You leave your food, water. If you need to go out for the weekend, they're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
They're
You
cool.
can't leave the kids at the house and have
Can't
somebody
leave the kids
come
in the
over
house. Yeah,
twice a
not like
day
that.
and feed
No.
them and pet them. They have to go on vacation with you. They have to go to the store with you. They have to go everywhere with you.
Yeah,
Or you don't go. That's my life. If they can't go with me, I generally don't go. Unless it's
we
during
had
the
a
day when they're
cat
at school.
last year pass away after 15 and a half years.
Yeah,
And he was like my son, he was my son,
yeah,
my first son. And yeah, that hurt when he passed away. But we
yeah. I
have his
hate
ashes, so
Yeah, I hate
so we're
losing
cool.
the fur babies a lot.
Yeah.
I've had dogs all my life, and so I've been through it dozens of times because they never live as
Yeah,
long
I
as
had
you want
dogs in
them
the past
to.
too.
And so yeah, I've got old kiddo over here. This is now
Hmm.
she gets this. She never was allowed to sleep in the bed before, so
Oh,
now she gets to sleep.
yeah.
She was too big. There wasn't enough room.
Yeah, so the grand kitty does not have a cat to play with. Although when we brought him home 2 years ago, we have the cat we have now is named Sushi. Well, Salem,
Yeah,
our other cat, passed away. He was 13, and you would think he wouldn't want to play, but when Sushi was like, "Come on, play," he's like, "Okay, fine," and they would just tussle on the floor. And thank goodness we
yeah,
Oh,
live on the bottom apartment, or people above downstairs from us. If we lived upstairs, would be like, "What the hell's going on up there?" Because you got these two big cats going flop, flop, flop on the floor and attacking each other, and it was fun to watch them. I have
yeah.
videos of it.
yeah. I
I
can't
do
have
miss that
I can't have two cats. I can only have one cat.
one. Yeah.
Well, Patsy would kill it.
Yes, Patsy would be very unhappy if there was another cat or any other pet. I'm pretty sure any pet that you got, Patsy would not be happy.
Well,
Yeah,
the
my
downstairs.
I'm sorry. Go
Go
ahead.
on. Oh,
Go ahead. We keep talking. No, go ahead.
the
Go back.
downstairs cat invaded my house one time because it was raining, so he went through my legs because I fed him a lot, and he came
Oh,
into the house. So I decided to get a towel and dry him off. And Patsy woke up from a nap and she looked at him and she's like, "Kill it with fire," and she immediately attacked him.
oh
And
wow.
she hit him so hard her claw was embedded in his face.
Ooh.
She was not. It
Ow.
wasn't like let's tussle. It was I'm gonna find a way to kill you. So I've got him up by my face. He's wrapped around my neck, shaking,
All
and
freaking
she's
out.
cursing and screaming in the language of her people, trying to climb me so she can kill the invader. And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, baby." So I ran to the front of the house because there's an indoor hallway. And I put him out there with a great big fuzzy, blanket. And I put an extra litter box out there for him, some food and water because it was pouring out. I wasn't about to say, "Sorry, cat, back into the torrent of."
Back in the ring with you.
Yes, it's like I don't want you murdered, but I also don't want to piss off Patsy. And meanwhile, she's outside the door, even after I came into the house, and she's launching herself at it, like snarling and getting her claws stuck in the door, like, "I'm
Oh
going to
wow.
Yeah.
kill the invader, kill the invader." I'm like, "Oh God, no! What's wrong with you?" Finally, when everything calmed down and he was outside again, I'm petting her and she's just still like, I'm like, "Okay, no other animal can come in this house." She just gets
Ever.
too upset. She's
Never
just
again.
wrong. It's like, okay, fine. And, you know how puffy they get when they're mad.
Yeah, the tails puff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, her whole body was like that. She was just
Gosh.
like, she was irritated for like 12 hours. And I'm like, "It's okay. You need kitty Valium, don't you?" And she's like, "Ah." So, yeah, that's why I only have one. It's not the landlord thing, it's the cat thing.
Yeah, my oldest brought a cat home, And well, she's not biologically mine, but we kind of took her in because her mom passed away and her stepdad was not a great guy. So she was 18 anyway. We're like, come on, live with us. And she was her mom passed away and she had to repeat the 12th grade. So she was 20 when she graduated. We took her in and she graduated on time. And she had a cat that she called Chaos. This cat, she's still bipolar. And my oldest is off with her partner in Nevada now. But when we brought Chaos into the house, our cat Salem was just like, because Chaos would hiss at him at Salem, or hiss at us, and he was like, "Oh no, you ain't doing that to my family." And he was so protective of us. He would like go and attack her, and they did calm down after a while. But yeah, I mean, she would still like swipe at him for no reason. She's going to go right in his face.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh,
yeah, it was
I
crazy.
get it.
She was
I keep forgetting I
one.
can show comments. I keep forgetting about that. Like I just remembered. So
Oh yeah, I just saw it pop in.
I forget that I can do that. That's cool.
But we went to go visit my daughter and her partner, and Cass is still that way. I can still pet her, but she won't let you really pick her up. It's like pet me when I'll pet you. What is that? You can pet me when I want you to pet me, kind of attitude. Yeah,
that's the way mine is.
That's not the way mine
Oh,
is.
but
Oh, no.
I took your advice. We were talking. Faye gave me some tips because I've never been a cat owner. Like this is my first cat. I've always been a dog person, and I was asking her, what does it mean when the cat does this, and why does the cat do that? And she said, don't do this to the cat, don't do that to the cat. That cat and I sat out on the golf cart the other night and just had the sweetest, most loving pet session I've ever had with her. Thank you, Faye.
It worked already?
It worked. All this
nice.
time I didn't know. Well, I didn't know what she was asking me for. Like I knew she wanted attention, but she would only do it for a few minutes, and then she was gone. And it's like I know it's because I'm doing something wrong, but I had no clue what it was, and that the whole, like you said, the whole body stroke thing. Because now she's expecting it from me. That's what she's expecting, and I didn't do it this time, and she kind of didn't know what to do about it. Like she kept sticking her butt up, like, "Come on, why aren't you doing the butt thing?"
Hint.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep you calm. I don't want you to run off. I want you to stay here. And she did, and she purred and everything. It was awesome.
Oh, she
And
purred for you.
Yeah, and when she like acted like she was done with me, I didn't bug her and like try to get her to come back. I just turned away and was like acting like I'd ignored, and she stepped away for a minute and she'd come right back up and right back on the back of the thing, like, meow. Like, are you still here? Why are you still here? Why aren't you paying attention to me? So I acted different, and she noticed, and it was awesome.
You now are on your way to speaking cat yourself. That's wonderful.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful because I do like her very much. I love her. She's adorable, but I'm just not cat educated.
There's a reason why everyone in this area pays me to cat sit, because they're like, you're the only one my cat likes. It's like, because I ignore your kitty. I ignore your
real
kitty.
cat whisperer.
The real cat whisperer.
I'm good for going over and spending hours, like 2.5 hours with somebody's pet while they're on vacation, and just sitting in there and listening to a book and waiting for them to come to me. Because if I chase them, I know I'm never going to get them.
Yeah.
So I just let them, okay, there's a human here. My needs are being met. And eventually they come to me and say, do you have love for me? And it's like, of course I do.
Okay, there's something else she does I was going to ask you about. When me and the girls go for a ride on the golf cart, when we come back, almost invariably, the cat will be waiting for us, like somewhere in the yard, watching for us to come. And as soon as I turn into the driveway, she runs as fast as she can and lays down right in front of the golf cart, like, please run over me, or stop immediately, or you'll kill me, kind of thing. And will not move unless one of the kids gets off the golf cart, goes and picks her up, and physically moves. And I think it's because that's just, she wants attention from the kids, but that's all she wants. Like, pick me up, move me, but then leave me alone. She doesn't seem to care for the kids very much at all. But
Right.
I think that's her one way of, at least I know you'll do this and not hurt me. I don't know. It's really weird.
I
It's
think
really
your
weird.
I think your cat is a control freak.
Yeah. Yeah. She pretty much runs me. I mean, when she meows, I know she either wants food or attention. It's
Because
like I know.
you're a cat's territory. You're a cat's property. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
When they
Instead of
rub on
having
you,
the
they're rubbing their
instead of
scent. You know?
instead of having the kid go out and pick her up and move her,
Yeah.
if you start carrying a cat toy like the wanded one with the trailing thing, like one of her
Uh-huh.
toys, and then lure her off the driveway, that would probably be better than picking her up for the kids because she doesn't really want to be picked up.
But
There's other
that's
ways to
that's the
move.
weird part. She does. Like she lays down. When she does it, she lays down and just kind of lays off on her side like this and just looks over at us like, okay, who's gonna get me this time? I swear it's a game for her
Yeah, I was gonna say
because
Oh,
it's a
it's a
she
game.
game.
It's a
It's a
definite
game.
game. Yeah.
and they just I've taught them how to carry her. They know how to pick her up, not hurt her, but they just pick her up and just move her over so we can park the golf cart in the garage where it belongs.
Oh yeah.
And I just think it's funny as hell because you're right, she's a control freak. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. Just I'm gonna make you do what I want, which is stop.
She's doing her thing.
That's funny. She's a hoot. She's
Yeah,
already
I
getting
love
her.
cats. I love personalities, and cats have so much different personalities. Something I love is I'll never see a cat as just an animal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because they all have different personalities, and yeah, you just
yeah.
can't see them as just strictly an animal with baser instincts. Because they
Right.
know you could talk to them, and they'll talk back right back at you. You know?
How you doing, IQ? Long time no see. Double Goonies reference. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, he's doing a "Hey, you guys" thing.
My grandmother
Bob love
stole a cat
Chuck.
from me.
Huh?
My grandmother stole a cat from me, and Morgan would terrorize her great grandchildren.
Whoa.
He would stand in the hallway that you'd have to go down to get to the bathroom, and as they walked by, he would hit them as hard as he could.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
So it was always, bad kitty won't let me go to the bathroom. The bad kitty. Now, the bad kitty was a Russian
Adjust
blue who
myself here.
weighed in at 35 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And he was big, like
Sorry, I had to pick my
tall.
nose.
And I would have to go and lift the children over the cat and then let them go to the bathroom and then lift them back over
Because he wouldn't move.
because he wouldn't move. And if you weren't a member of the immediate family, he would slap you as
Oh, God.
hard as he could.
Yeah, some cats can be mean. My mom had a mean cat. She
Well,
got
he
mean.
loved his family. He just
Yeah.
didn't like other people in his house.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. No, my mom had a cat that I guess she was 4 or 5 months old when she got fixed. And she was such a loving kitten. Then as soon as she got fixed, she like did a 180 and became real mean. And I was the only one that she would
Really?
tolerate. Yeah, I was the only one that she would tolerate. So,
Well, my
yeah,
cat got nicer after I got her fixed.
I don't
But
know
my
why.
cat's an
She was just
outside
like,
cat, so
yeah.
they're weird. Outside cats are weird anyway, so he's a country cat.
Patsy's retired,
Yes,
but
she's done her duty.
Patsy was feral when she first got introduced to people, but I'm her seventh owner
Yeah. Oh,
because
and the
everyone else
best.
decided, oh, I have a cat, let me get my cat a friend. They'd go and adopt another cat, make her
Yeah.
life hell.
Yeah.
And then now she's the only one here, and she prefers that because she's not fighting anymore. They get rid of her because she was like, "Yeah, you want to go? I'll kill you." And it's like, yeah, they got rid of the original cat, kept the new cat because the new cat was social. And yeah. Meanwhile, Patsy's like, "I'll kill you. I kill you."
Oh, that's so sad, though.
I know.
That's the other
Instead
thing.
of
Like
trying to
my
find out why.
My daughter wanted to give me her dog, and I was like, "What do you mean give me? What do you mean? Can I take your dog? No. What? Why do you have the dog if you can't take care of it? If you can't have the dog? Well, da da da, and this, that, and the other reason." I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to you about it. You know better. You're my kid. You know how we treat animals in this family, and you don't get an animal if you can't take care of it.
Exactly.
You just don't. And I done rescued dogs from her before, and I was like, no, I can't have another dog right now. I just can't. It's not possible. I have one young dog and two old dogs. And it's, a matter of a year or so before I am down to one dog. And that's going to have to be good for me for a while, 'cause I have to worry about these kids.
I
Dogs are
understand.
expensive. 'Cause it looks like I'm taking them to graduation, all the way to 18 at this stage,
Oh hell yeah.
which is
Ugh.
fine.
Could
I
be
can do that.
worse.
If I live that long, I can do that. That's the only thing.
You
Please
will.
vote Democrat. I need health care. Please vote for health care, please. Granny needs health care. If you love Granny, vote Democrat, please.
The healthcare thing's not going to go away.
It needs to be better. It needs to be so much better.
What they need to do is reform the insurance companies, not the healthcare itself.
Yeah, well, I'm
The
a
insurance
little
companies are.
I'm a little ticked today because my friend has fibromyalgia. My
Mhm.
friend has applied 3 times for disability, can't get on. Needs health care. Has a husband who pays like out the rear for health
Yeah.
care, but she has some really serious issues, and sometimes they can't afford her tests,
Yeah.
and she can't work.
Yeah.
Well, her youngest is going to be graduating high school, and her income from survival benefits is going to end soon.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So her husband says to her, "You need to get a job, but you don't apply for disability again," because she keeps getting turned down.
Yeah.
And she's like, "But I can't function
Yeah.
every day." And he's like, "Well, just don't do it." And I'm angry.
I would be too.
Now, I love him very much, but this is ridiculous to sit there and say you can't go for disability. Oh,
No, you're
Yeah.
supposed to keep going until you get it.
yeah,
And if they turn you down more than 3 times, you go find an attorney, because most of the disability attorneys won't.
Yeah.
They will do it, and if they don't win you, you don't have to pay them if
Right.
they don't get you.
exactly.
But
But she never did the attorney thing. She was always expecting to get in, and it's like, meanwhile, there are days where she can't walk. There are days that she can't walk without falling over.
well, she
And I'm
needs to not
going,
give up.
well, now her husband said no. And I'm going,
Tell him to fuck off and do it anyway.
Yeah.
that's
She
what
would
I.
just do it
She
My
anyway.
is
uncle saying
not.
no has never stopped me from doing anything.
There's
She is not
places
that
that'll
type of
help
woman.
you. Yeah.
She is not that type of woman, though. She is not. And I can't get her to do it. And I can't change his mind. And I'm mad because she really, like, it's like, oh, well, I have health insurance. Great. But you also have like thousands of dollars worth of deductibles, which means, and you're not meeting those every year, which also means
Yeah.
she's not going in for the things that she needs to get done in order to get any freaking help. And I'm
Yeah.
just so angry because she's suffering.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many times I've taken her to the hospital and they're like, "Yeah, we're keeping her because this is serious." When are they going to realize she can't work?
No, you can't like that.
Mm.
And it's just ridiculous. And it's her
So
daughter I'm taking
she's
to
giving up
college
on
on Monday because she can't drive all that way.
Mm.
So So I'm kind of like mad and angry, and it's
Oh
like,
no.
but we need our health care. Why do
Right.
people just, why is it so hard? If they had the health care
There we
thing,
go.
she wouldn't need her disability. She would already be able to get helped, and maybe she would be able to have a
Right.
job if she had her health care. Because
Yeah.
maybe she wouldn't have gotten to this point if she had been able to go to the doctor how many years ago before this became chronic.
Yeah, I have arthritic knees, and I've
Oh,
got
Nadine.
one that's confirmed arthritic, and one that is really bad right now. And
Yeah.
we have one of those copays when you go to the doctor. You go to the copay. We can't afford the copays,
Yeah.
you know. So we were on state insurance. Well, just got us off it. It ended, so now we're reapplying for like the financial aids or the health care. So
Oh
we
God.
can go. I can get my prescriptions again because I have not been able to get my prescriptions because of the copays.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks,
Uh-huh.
but the where we go is really nice. I don't know if you heard of Kaiser Permanente.
No.
It's one of those ones you can go in. You can go get your doctor. You can go in the same building, go get your blood test. You can go get anything, radiology, anything like that done.
Oh,
Wow.
You
okay.
know what I
I'm
mean?
familiar. Yeah.
Our previous
There's a
insurance,
few
we had to go
places.
like across town to go get to a diagnostic center to get all that done.
Ugh.
So it's got its drawbacks. It's got its pros and cons. But I'm hoping we
Right.
can get financial help so I can, go back. And I need to go back. I'm going to go back. But yeah, it just sucks.
No,
So
it's
I'm
just
trying to get on disability, and I was filling out the application for it. I wasn't even done filling it out. They sent me a letter saying, well, you can't, you're not qualified or something like that. And I'm like, what?
How do you know if I
So
haven't applied yet?
exactly. So I'm
How
going
do
to have
they
to go
even
back
know
in
you were
person and do it.
applying?
Yeah,
oh, that's
Wow.
it
ridiculous.
sucks because they'll deny you, even if you're paraplegic, they'll deny you right first time anyway. That's how
Yeah.
they operate,
Uh,
Yeah,
I have never had
but I'm going
insurance,
to keep trying.
and so I don't even know what it's like. The only time I ever had insurance is when I was pregnant and I was on Medicaid, and that's like as soon as that child was given birth to, they cut me off
Yeah,
and
that's what
covered
I
the
did.
kid, but I never had any. So I never go. I like, it's my thing is if I could, sure, I can come up with enough money to go to a doctor and visit a doctor and pay an office visit and that sort of thing, but then they're going to
Right.
want tests, and then that's more cost in labs, and then if they find something, then they're going to want me to pay for treatment that I can't afford. So
And
why?
even more tests.
And more tests and more treatment and why go? Why should I? Can't I just don't? So I don't go. I skip.
Right.
I haven't had a mammogram ever. Haven't had a GYN exam since the youngest child was born, and she's going on 30. So, it's that's what I need to be able to at least know that if I can afford a certain amount, but I can't. The premiums for insurance right now are
They're
just too high.
crazy.
Like I would literally have to divorce my husband, on paper at least, and be indigent to qualify for anything. And it's just absurd. So yeah.
Well, what really ticks me off is that he won't let her apply for disability and is
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
insisting that
messed
she
up.
work. And I'm sitting there going, am I going to have to help my friend build a YouTube just in hope that eventually she gets monetized enough for her to. She has to go for tests monthly because she doesn't have a thyroid.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't even have a thyroid, and if she is off her meds, she will die.
Yeah.
And I
See,
think
that's
if
why I'm
you
just
need meds or you're going to die, you really need to be put on the system.
Yeah.
the words, literally the words, he won't let her, makes my
Uh-huh.
blood boil. Makes my
Yes.
blood boil because who the hell, you don't own her. What the hell is that supposed to even mean? He won't let her. No, she won't do it because you know,
Yeah.
not about whether he lets her or not. She could do any damn thing she wants to do. And if she's not that kind of
Oh,
woman,
sweetie.
well, then too
Oh,
fucking bad.
sweetie.
I mean,
She
damn.
she won't even go to the grocery store without telling him, just in
That
case he
there's
doesn't
something
want her
wrong.
to
That's
go.
that's like that's abusive. That's weird. That's messed up.
I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
I think it's remnants from a previous relationship.
That's messed
I
up.
think that is remnants from one of her previous relationships because every time I turn around, but I wouldn't even discuss it with him. I'd just be going to get my disability if I were her.
Well,
Like, I
yeah.
need this, I'm going to get this,
Or
and then
damn businesses
inform
of his
him.
anyway, right?
Yeah, and inform him, not, oh, am I
Yeah.
allowed to do this, sweetheart? No, I would rather you not.
Don't ask permission for
No.
Exactly.
anything. That's silly.
Yeah,
He
I have
doesn't ask my permission for shit. Why do I have to ask permission for
I've
what?
got a friend who's on disability because she worked for a company that and was around like metals, different metals and stuff like that. Well, it
Yeah.
caused her to get an autoimmune disease, which caused another whole host of autoimmune diseases. It took her years to even be diagnosed with something to get on disability.
Yeah.
And that company's now on the hook for paying her. They still pay her, even though she doesn't work for them, because
Yeah.
they caused her problem.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, what are you going to do? But she's okay. I mean, she's doing the best she can. Let's put it that way. But
Well, I have always been self-employed from pretty much the second job I had after getting my cosmetology license. I've been an
there
independent
you go.
contractor. I'm self-employed. So I have never had insurance, never been able to afford it. There was never a company that I worked for that would pay for part of it so that I only had to pay, that kind of thing.
Right.
And being self-employed is one of those humongous cracks in the United States in a lot of their systems.
Right.
People who work for themselves don't get as much help. They don't get as much, backing for stuff to, I don't know. I'm rambling a little bit here, but that's been my biggest problem is I don't have a corporation or a company to help me be able
Because
to
there's
get
no like
insurance.
proof of income kind of deal from a
Yeah.
third party.
Yeah. I don't get a paycheck. I hadn't got a
Yeah,
paycheck in,
exactly.
20 years, 30 years. I get what I get every day in tips and then whatever's left over after the bills are paid and the chair rent's paid and, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. That's what comes home. And sometimes there ain't none,
Yeah. Yeah.
So luckily
Well,
I can deduct some of it, but
I'm still trying to figure out what my friend can do because also work around here is like a high amount of nepotism.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
here
mean?
too.
I live in Deliverance country.
Okay.
Can you hear the banjos?
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Can you
all the
hear?
Your
family
banjos.
owned and operated businesses around. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like women who walk around the town going, "I'm related to everyone." Well, then don't fuck anyone, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your legs closed.
It's like
Don't
if
breathe.
you're related to it, don't put it in your mouth either. Okay,
Exactly.
don't put that in your mouth. That
That's
you
a
don't put
no.
family things in your mouth. Okay,
Stay
no.
3 feet away. Stay 3 feet away.
Uh huh. Get a bear cage and put it in your underpants or move.
There,
Right?
You know,
yeah.
this is when you kind of wish you could make people asexual. It's like no. If you're gonna stay here, you're not gonna have any sex life because you're related to everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
No breeding for you. No fun stuff. No. No. You're gonna have to go long distance for any type of like
You're gonna go
carnal
way out of
anything.
county, basically.
Yeah, if you're related to it, don't touch it. Okay, but no, they don't do that. They turn around and have 9 babies with 9 different
And if
Yeah.
you
people that they're
don't know you're
freaking
related to
related
it,
to.
still don't touch it.
Hmm.
If you have no
Yeah.
clue, that's a sign. Don't touch it.
I might need forgiveness after this, but we had this group of young ladies, I'll say, that used to walk the road in town, and they were just going to the store and such as that.
Entrepreneurs.
And I'm not making fun of disabled people in any way, not really, but knowing that who they were and what family they came from and why they were the way they were, if you
Yeah.
get my drift,
Mhm.
we called them the three virgins. And the reason, and when I asked the person who taught me that, I was like, "Why do you call them that?" It's because they dang sure ain't the three wise men. I was like, "Well, there you go." But yeah, that's that. They're like our inbreds are well known and displayed proudly on front porches and things like that around here. The South are proud of their crazy people. That's not a joke. We really are, especially if it's our fault that they're crazy, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, we have our special folks that are why. Like it's just why they are the way they are.
Right. Right.
That family bond.
Well, I'm trying to get her to consider like opening up a food truck.
That's an idea. Although
There's
food is like eh, food
well,
service is
there's a
really
couple.
hard to profit.
There's 2 or 3 companies around here that if she showed up in their parking lot at lunchtime, she could make a whole lot of money. She
There's a
couldn't
whole
work
lot
at
of
those places because they're too physical.
yeah.
But she can drive and she can ladle out food. And I keep trying to talk her into a food truck. Like the kind that can do crock pot food.
Right.
Yeah.
The like slow cooked pulled pork sandwiches or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of or is there a lot of regulation in your area on those? Because I know there is here.
Yeah.
Well, there is everywhere, but I
Like
mean, as
lots of
long as it's clean and everything,
permits and
she's
licenses and
already
Right.
got her.
stupid
She's
shit like
already
that.
got a permit and license on her personal kitchen, so it
Really?
wouldn't be. Yeah.
Ah,
So I mean, I don't see any problem of her doing a food truck,
right. It
but
could be considered delivery,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially if she cooks it in her kitchen and then takes it.
Yeah.
She's not
uh
literally
huh.
cooking it there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she could prep everything at home. She could stock up the food truck, as long as it's electrified and everything's not going bad, and she
Yeah.
doesn't need a refrigerator. She'd be able to go out, serve food, come back, go to, fill up, go to the other company,
Yeah.
serve food, come back. And I think she'd be able to do that without much trouble. And worst case scenario, her daughter could do it on the days that she doesn't feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she got very popular, she could hire someone to do it for her. She could have a lunch truck in like every important place around here in order to get
Yeah.
the lunch thing done. And I think she could make a lot of money. So I've been trying to talk her into that. Just start with one lunch cart and see how you do.
Yeah. See how it goes. It turns out to be something you enjoy doing.
Hmm.
It's
She
kind
could
of like
even
my
do
philosophy for YouTube.
she could even do a breakfast cart. Where you have like um one hot plate for so you can make egg
Yeah.
sandwiches for people, and then
Yeah.
the other things like crock pots full of like oatmeal, and then an oatmeal bar where they can put cranberries and walnuts or chocolate chips or whatever it is that they want to put in their oatmeal. Like she could really turn a good penny.
She could.
Sounds like it.
But in order to get the truck, some of those trucks are like $40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not toys.
No, no. It food service trucks are really like expensive, and there's reasons for that.
We
Yeah.
have a food truck that near where we used to live. Um,
Mhm.
I think it's a different people, but their truck has like solar panels on it now.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a
That's a
lot of
good
them that
idea.
So
do.
yeah, you can get really so you don't have to rely on a generator. You can put your solar panels up, and there you go.
Yep. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But I keep trying to talk her into that, and she's just like, I'd love to do that, but she doesn't have any
Is this the
startup
same
fund.
one you can't talk into doing deliver or disability to continue doing the disability?
Yeah, I'm still talking about
Oh,
her
well, good luck with that. 'Cause
because That's what I mean, though. If she
she
felt
sounds a little
poorly,
difficult.
she could always hire someone to go out.
Yeah.
You know, as long as she's making a profit, I don't see what the problem is.
Profit is the hard part when you're dealing with food service, though.
But at
It's like
least
one
you
of the
don't
hardest businesses to make a profit in.
at least you don't have to pay rent for the place that you're running.
Well, not if you got the cash to buy it outright.
Then you still have to pay property taxes.
No, I mean, even if you buy a food truck, you got to still make payments on it. That's like rent, isn't it?
I
In
think
my
her
brain, it is, I guess.
right, but I think her husband would pay for it outright. If
He
I
won't
could
let her go to the doctor, but he'll let her have a paper food truck. What the fuck?
now you understand why I'm
I'm
pissed.
serious. Why? How are you not
Now
crazy?
you understand why I'm pissed.
I do. I do. Like,
And she doesn't like asking him for money.
that I understand. I don't like asking mine for money because I don't usually ask. Like, if it's a super frivolous something, yeah, I'm more likely to go, hey, can we afford to do this? But
Yeah.
$20 here and $20. That's the part I hate, and that since I retired, that's the part I hate is being in his actual wallet. Like, I need cash. Give me money because I
It's funny.
gotta go do stuff.
In my household, I deal with my husband's paycheck, and I make sure everything gets doled out.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, we wouldn't have a roof over our head. He'd be buying plastic. He'd be buying models and working on models and have more models than he does already.
Oh dear.
We'd be probably be homeless and living under those models.
Yeah.
But those boxes.
My husband is also self-employed. He doesn't get a paycheck, but he runs
Okay.
his business. He has a business, an office manager that runs the office, and she pays make sure all the bills get paid and everything. You don't have to even touch it. All he's got to do is sign the checks,
Yeah.
And so I don't worry about my bills or nothing because I know Ann's got it covered.
It's funny where this is years ago. He worked at a different spot, but one of the guys was like, "You ask your wife if you can get money from the bank?" He's like, "Well, yeah, because it could be earmarked for something, for a bill or something."
Yeah.
But his friend, I'll tell you, his friend, nice guy, but I couldn't stand him in a lot of ways. His wife was in the hospital getting ready to give birth to twins. He comes to the hospital and has a big wad of cash from his paycheck. He's from an ethnicity where if I make the money, it's my money.
Uh-huh.
And I'll do with it what I want to do with it, right? She saw him with this big wad of cash. She comes home. I think their water was shut off. He wasn't taking care of the house. She was in the hospital for like a month or two.
Oh, geez.
She had to be hospitalized for a couple months. Nothing got taken care of in the household.
That's just stupid.
It was like, it's my money. And she's like, but we need, yeah. I want to literally slap the guy.
Yeah, it's to be a guy thing.
When my aunt Edna died, her husband ended up in my grandmother's living room in tears because he didn't understand how to pay the bills.
Yeah.
She did everything. So he had all his money in the bank, but he didn't understand how the bills got paid. So my mom and my grandmother had to sit him down and explain things.
Yeah.
And he cried through the whole thing. He's like, I don't understand. I don't understand budgeting. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And this was a guy who worked as an engineer. But when it came to money, he didn't know what he was doing. So, he got very, very frustrated. And a good friend of his said, "You need to get remarried because you don't understand life." And he goes, "But I haven't been a widower for that long." And they're like, "We don't care. Just get married."
Yeah.
So he started dating. He took 2 women to the same date. He did all kinds of things. He got remarried, and they were married for a good 20 years before he died.
Okay.
But when he got married, her name was Betty. She was adorable. I had a sense of humor. And his wife is Ashes. She put her right in the middle of she put the wife's ashes right in the middle of the living room, in this grand urn and everything. And she said that whenever she got into a fight with Bob, she'd go, "And you agree with me, right?"
I like that.
And she
I like that.
she did not throw his first wife out of the relationship. She embraced it.
That's
And
good.
she did all the budgeting and things like that. So
Yeah.
he went back to being happy. But
That's
when
fantastic.
anything happened, she just turn around right to that urn and go, and it should be perch ups tonight, right?
Oh,
You know, it was
I like
just
that though.
it was adorable. It was
Yeah.
so adorable. And I thought it was that's how I knew she was the right woman for him, because she wasn't like, ew, get rid of all the first wife stuff. Ew, get rid of all of her
Oh, yeah.
photos. You know, she kept a photo out of her. She mixed in her life, her grandchildren, her children,
Oh, that's what it
everything
should be.
into the household. She like melded it tightly. But
Nice.
that urn was right in the middle of the living room on this like pedestal, and she'd just be like, she would walk by it, go hello, you know, things like
That is
and
cool
now
though.
all of them are dead, and I think all of their ashes are in the same grave, so it's all good.
wow.
Mm.
Wow. Okay. That's a good story, though. I do wonder sometimes that because I truly, honestly believe that my husband does things badly on purpose so that I'm less likely to ask him to do it again. Guys, fellas, you can straighten me out on this if that's not something y'all are apt to do because he's kind of typical as far as males go, um, in certain in most ways. But I'm pretty sure that there are things that I ask him to do that he will do them badly, on purpose, badly,
So
so
just
that
have
I
to do them
don't.
again.
Yeah, and
Sounds
so
like
I've
you're
just
married to
learned.
my ex-boyfriend.
Well, I've learned not to criticize how he does it and just make him do it anyway. And so it doesn't, I can move the bowl, okay, the bowl that's in the wrong place because it's not where the bowls have been for the last 20 years that he's been getting bowls out of the cabinet. You know, like all the bowls match. Well, how come this one's over here? You know,
My
how come
husband
it's
does
not
that
over here?
too. He'll empty the dish drainer, and instead of going, I have a drawer for the regular silverware, and I have a drawer for like the cooking silverware.
Yeah,
So I will find cooking silverware in with the silverware drawer because he didn't want to have to bother to go the 2 feet to put them in the other drawer.
you can
I have
literally
an
reach
idea
from
though.
one drawer to the other in my kitchen. I can open both drawers on both sides of the
Yes,
kitchen. That's how tiny it is. You can open them both at the same time, and then the
mine too.
dishwasher's right here. You don't even have to take a step, and they'll
I
still be
I
in the
have an
wrong.
idea though. If they start putting bowls or silverware in the wrong place, switch the drawers. Like if the bowls go into a different thing, take out everything else, so just put the bowls in there. I'd be like, why'd you move the bowls? Well, that's where I thought you wanted them.
I thought about rearranging everything once. I really gave serious thought to rearranging everything, like redoing all the cabinets, because they're kind of the way they were when I got here. That he already had this place and a million dishes.
So he doesn't even know his own
Yes,
system.
exactly. Precisely. Yes. That's why I'm almost completely convinced that he does it badly on purpose.
He
Lord.
does do
Maybe I
it
will.
badly on purpose, and
Yes.
I would totally mess with him. If he's putting bowls in the wrong places, I would just start switching the cabinets and be like, "That's not where the bowls go." Well, I thought that's where you wanted them because that's where you put them.
That's, I'm gonna start stacking stuff. Yeah. I see he's probably gonna watch this later and then all bets will be off. But no, I don't think he watches
Uh-huh.
my live streams. I have to make him watch my videos. So I don't think he
Well,
watches the live streams.
this is a oh okay. I was gonna say this is a live stream, so he's probably watching. But come on.
No, he's probably not.
Well,
my,
there's
my
things
husband
to do.
is supportive of what I do, but he's like, he
He's
won't
not a
watch
fan.
any of the videos that I do. And I'm like, you need to watch him. I go, this is fun. It's funny. Or other people I watch that actually do comedy in their videos.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's just not what I want to do. It's not my thing. I'm like,
No,
okay, whatever.
mine has his routine and it
Yeah.
shall not be varied.
Yes.
Period. Yeah.
I have friends that I don't let them watch my videos.
I subscribed my dad to my channel today because he wants to see his video. I was like, I'm telling you though, anything else you click on there, I'm just warning you ahead of time. I hang out with a bunch of liberals and you're gonna hate everything we say and you're gonna think everything we do is horrible. And so you might as well just not watch anything else. Just watch the ones with you in them, that's fine.
Oh,
But
as soon as you said your dad's watching, I'm thinking ta ta top.
I don't think it's gonna happen because he's very not computer savvy
Okay.
anymore at this, and he can barely see what's going on the cell phone, which is what he's usually using.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
then you're safe with the ta
I'm
ta ta.
I'm pretty hopeful that it'll be all right. Anything he's gonna do, he's probably gonna click on and watch for a few seconds and then move on. So his attention span's about this long now. So
I know he adores you though.
oh my gosh, he's my #1 fan. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh hi Philip. Philip's here. My in the real world neighbor.
Oh. Oh, but Angie, I gotta get going soon.
Oh yes, I know.
I had to
I
make
know.
phone calls for my job.
All right. That's okay. I'm really glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna let it go a little bit anyway. I'm gonna probably cut it off here in a few anyway because
Yeah,
I'm tired of the
hour
noise.
25 already.
Yeah, and the noise is starting to get to me. Like I don't think it's bothering anybody of y'all in really, but it's
No,
bothering
I'm
me
not.
because
I'm
I
not even
think it's
hearing it.
bothering y'all or the audience or someone who's listening on headphones at work is hearing this. It's
Oh
driving me
my.
crazy. It's kind of like
Philip
Nadine
said,
with the barking dog the other day. That just about drove that poor girl insane.
Oh my god.
It would me too, though. I can't stand for them to just bark and bark and bark and bark and bark.
Uh-huh.
That's the sign that there's something wrong with the animal. If it is incessantly barking, something
barking.
is wrong. Do something to fix whatever it is that is making that animal so horribly unhappy. Please,
Uh-huh. Oh, I hate to say this. Nadine's been working on her channel, I can tell. The new
Yes,
thumbnail that she developed yesterday is up and it looks great.
yes, yes. Y'all
Oh,
are inspired. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm
You're
so
next. You
happy.
better start getting some. I need a video or a something.
If you saw the amount of work that I've done, you would be, yeah. I just need to finish a little bit more before I begin because I can guarantee that the second it goes out, someone's going to try to steal my thunder and I'm going to get depressed. So,
What? No, no, no. Thou shalt. They'll bring me down, down, down. Keep
I'm
it up here.
making this depression proof before I put it up.
All right. Good.
But oh my goodness, oh my gracious.
If you need help with that, let me know.
I will. I'm just feeling a little crazy. But that's okay. But as I said, I've got to actually do work for my paying job. YouTube doesn't
Yes,
pay
ma'am.
me.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
So it
Yeah.
happens when you're self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't always relax. Sometimes you have to work at home.
Yeah, it's always work. There's a woman's work is never done, whether she's home, work, where we're always busy doing something
Mhm.
because it's all
It's
got to get
true.
done.
And I've got so many notes on so many things. If you saw my desk right now, you'd be like, "What is going on with you?" Because I've got a little bit of OCD, so
Yeah,
everything's rigidly contained,
right.
and my desk is very rigidly contained, but
Yeah.
over 90% of the surface. I've got these weird. Do you know what a reporter notebook is?
A what? Say it again.
Reporter notebook?
Yeah, the flip up
Yeah,
notebook.
yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
I
steno
have
pad?
yeah,
no, not a steno pad. It's like 4 by 8.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I've got like 12 of those on my desk right now. It's bothering me.
I have my little chubby notebook. This goes everywhere with me. It's got show ideas. It's got song lyrics. It's. I've still got the stuff in here from organizing Doc Pearson's fundraiser months ago. Like nothing ever comes out of it. And when this one
Oh.
gets full, I'll buy another one and fill it up. I've got like 2 or 3 of these. for reference.
Yeah, there you go.
Aww. Okay. Well,
Have a
thank you for
lovely
having me,
afternoon.
my darling. And I hope everything goes well. And,
Yeah.
just one step at a time. But
Come here.
yeah,
Come here,
if
bud.
they
Come here.
refuse to use your stuff the way you want it to be used, rearrange your kitchen.
Here.
There you go.
Bye.
Exactly. Bye, sweetie. I love you.
Love you.
Just had a cat that woke up and he's looking at me and he won't come over to me.
Meow.
Come here, baby. Come here. You just stand in the doorway and look at me.
Aw.
Of course.
I have to lock my dogs out of here when I'm doing this, or they will sit at my feet and
Oh. Yeah.
try to get my attention, and it's really annoying. I love them, but the old I've got a dachshund who's like, oh God, how old is she now? 14 or 15, and she's so vocal, and she's
Oh
going deaf.
yes.
She's
Those
going
small
deaf.
dogs. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, she's a big dachshund though. She's like 22, 23 pounds. She's a big girl. Not
I
fat,
got
just
his
a
attention.
big standard size on the large side of dachshund. But she's going deaf, and so she's more vocal now. Like she's not sure she's got my attention, so she's going to be even
Oh,
louder.
because she can't really hear too well, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And anywhere I go now, she is right in front of me. Not instead of following behind me, she's right in front of me.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she
yeah,
keeps
yeah.
looking back. She'll run and she'll look back and she'll run and she'll look back and she'll
Oh,
like, "Are you still coming? Are you still coming?" And it's like,
yeah, because
God,
she
will you
doesn't
get out
know.
of the
She
way?
doesn't
I could
know.
actually get there if you move.
Doxing your dog, nerdy.
Doxing my dog. She's my doxy girl. Her name is Teeny Weenie. And she's
Aw,
a huge, she's a gigantic wiener dog named Teeny Weenie.
I love those little dachshunds. They're very cute.
I didn't expect her to get as big as she is. I had seen her parents, and her daddy was a regular standard size
Yeah.
dachshund, and Mama was even a little smaller. And boy, she was like the runt of the group,
Wow.
and now she's just big girl. She got a big chest bone, and she's just a big girl. Uh,
Yeah, you
not
never
bad
know how
though.
big they're gonna get. When
Yeah.
they're runts. Sometimes the runts just. I mean,
Hmm.
they're the ones that end up being the bigger of the whole litter.
Right.
It's like they're this. What do you call it? The ugly ducklings.
Hmm. Hmm.
Here. Let's say hi.
Meow. Meow,
Let's say
meow,
hi.
meow. Oh, hello, Floof Kitty.
It's
Oh, that's a beautiful kitty. Size challenge.
like, nope. He moved. He's gonna lay down now.
A dog and a half long and half a dog high. That's the
Yeah.
dachshund. Yeah.
Yeah, we first got him. My daughter got him from a friend, and he had to get rid of the cat, or he had to leave his apartment.
Oh,
So, we took him in when he was about 6 months old, and he didn't have those striations on him. He was like, his head did, but his body was almost like white.
oh
And as
wow.
he got older, he's like a cross between what do you call it, a tabby and a Siamese, kind of that cross.
Ah, okay.
But
Yeah.
he's a good boy. I love him. Yeah, he tolerates me.
I have no idea what kind of cat my cat is. I know what the mother looked like, but
Right.
I don't have cat knowledge to know what type of cat it might have been. It was white with spots. That's what the
Oh,
mom
okay.
was.
Like a
I don't
leopard.
know what the dad was, and
Okay.
the baby kitten came out. She's mostly black with white on her chest and white feet, and
Okay.
she's got really like long fur,
Okay.
but when the light hits it, the black turns red.
Yes.
It's weird.
That's how our cat Salem was. He was a black cat,
Yeah.
and the light hit just right. He did have like a reddish tint to the hair.
Yeah, if she's walking around out in the yard, she almost looks like she's got a black body and a red tail because she's got that tail up and the light shines through it.
Yeah. 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 We had
Her
to look
name-
up what he was. We think he's a lynx point,
Yeah.
but that's the closest we could find to his breed.
Oh, okay.
But he's a love. He meows when he's gonna go back to sleep now. He's next to me on the bed. He's gonna go back to sleep. But
Oh
he's
my
a good
goodness.
boy.
I'm still learning cat. I've had her. She's about 3 years old now, so
Oh yeah,
I'm still learning cat.
you'll get there. You'll learn. You know. I mean, he runs in front of me going down the hallway, and
Hmm.
he'll run in front of me, and to where I'm having to stop, start, and I keep telling him, "Don't do that. You hurt my knees. Don't do that."
Oh,
Because
Biddy does
it kills
that.
my knees to do that.
Yeah,
So
Biddy
it's
does
like,
that when I'm outside. She'll walk and then she'll stop in front of me, so I have to stop.
yes.
Why did they do that? Are
And then
they
I
trying
get
to
that
kill
where
you?
you're walking and I accidentally kick him because he'll go right in front of me as my legs
Taking a
moving.
step. Yeah,
Yeah. I swear he's trying to kill me sometimes.
that's what I was thinking. Like, are you really trying to kill me? Because if I fall, I'm gonna die. You really gonna
Yeah,
break a hip and I'm gonna go to the hospital and be dead. Nobody's gonna feed you. What are you doing?
exactly. Yeah, I don't need to wreck my knees. They're already wrecked as it is.
No joke. Yeah. Like I don't have enough trouble walking around as it is, and you're gonna do this to my feet.
Exactly.
It was like smashing the toe last night, as if my feet don't already hurt 24/7,
Hmm.
365. I gotta smack them into stuff too, you know? Brilliant, brilliant, and so graceful. This is why I don't dance, because this is exactly why I don't dance, because I'm a
I
big old
can't dance.
klutz.
I have no rhythm, so there you go.
I have rhythm because I am musical, but I have no grace. There is no flow or grace or beauty in the movements of my
Well, rhythm in the sense
rhythm.
that I guess I do have rhythm, but it's just like I can't really like dance very well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like two left feet.
See,
I mean,
Philip
I
has
couldn't even
seen me dance. He
disco
knows
dance
I'm really
back in the
bad
day.
at it. Philip can
I even
vouch
my
I'm a
friends that could
terrible
disco
dancer.
dance back in the day.
Yeah.
I never could. I just move my feet to the beat and go, okay, I'm dancing.
I was a kid and a teen in the 70s and 80s. We didn't hold on to each other when we danced. We all jumped around
No,
and like crashed into
no,
each
no.
other and stuff. And I was more into the hard rock and metal and stuff. And that's not dancing. That's,
No, it's not dancing.
you know,
It's more like a mosh pit, but that's about it.
I can mosh, but I don't dance too good.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Uh-oh. Are you frozen? Am I frozen? No, don't be frozen.
Nope,
Oh, there she is.
my light's bad, so I'm gonna go back on my avatar here. But yeah, I'm like, no, I just could never do it at all.
Philip says, "You're a good dancer with me." No, sweetheart, I'm not. Don't lie to yourself. I'm not. I appreciate the sentiment, but you know.
Yeah. He made a comment. I don't think he caught the gist of what I told him, that
Well,
he loves watching you or something. And
yeah,
I go,
yeah.
even when she doesn't know you're watching her, I don't think he caught the
He
reference.
he wouldn't. No, he would not catch that. No, he's my favorite stalker. He's good.
Yeah, I
He
was
is
trying to play as a
Philip is a
stalker.
Philip
Not
is a good
really, but
quality human being.
jokingly.
Yeah, he knows I call him my stalker.
But
He's
that's
my
okay.
biggest. He's my biggest fan next to my dad.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a quality human being. So I love that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hi, Tria. So we've been going about an hour and a half. It's
Yeah.
time for me to get off my hiney because my legs will cramp up if I sit too long. So
Yeah, I had the computer in bed on my lap, and I had to move because my knees were starting to.
yeah,
My
I have
right
to
knee was
broadcast.
jacked up and hurt just on its own. So.
Yeah, I have to broadcast from the bedroom, sitting on the bed, and I forgot to put my husband pillow in the back, which I didn't even know that's what
Oh.
they were called until recently. But
Oh
I
my
forgot to put it
gosh.
back here, so I've been sitting
Now,
up
is
with
that a
my legs
Spock
crossed.
doll?
Huh? Yes, it is.
A
That's my
Spock
Spock bear.
doll? Ah,
My Spock bear.
that's cute. Oh, little bear Spock. That is cute. I couldn't see the snout.
I love him.
It's adorable.
Yeah, one of these days I'll have a more professional background. I'm working on it. That's why I have repairmen here.
I
We're
don't have a
fixing the
dedicated
house.
place for
Yeah,
my computer, so I'll be in the bedroom. If like my son's home, I can record in the bedroom, audio
yeah.
in the bedroom. But I can usually go out by the kitchen table and sit there and do stuff as well. But
Well, if
just
it's late night
depends.
stuff, like Purple's late night midnight stream, if I want to do that, I have to take all of my stuff, and I got me a rolling table for the laptop. Finally, that was
Oh, there
wonderful.
you go.
And so I have to unplug it all and then roll it all in the living room, so that the husband can go to bed and the kids can sleep and I can close all the doors and still,
Yeah,
talk and
there's
laugh with people.
4 of us in a
I don't
1
need that
bedroom,
very
so my kids sleep out in the living room and my husband and I are in the bedroom, and the
Yeah.
only place I have to go is the kitchen if I wanna,
Yeah.
But then my husband, works, he has to be working at 5 in the morning, he works in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
and it's like a good hour and a half, 2-hour drive for him. So he's gotta get
Oh.
up, like, at 1:45 in the morning.
Oh, wow. Ew.
Yeah, so he's
Ew.
always, "Come to bed, I can't sleep when you're not in the bed." It's like, "Honey, it's only 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm not ready to come to bed yet."
Ugh, I don't morning well
Yeah.
at all. But I have decided I have to start treating this YouTube thing like a job,
Yeah,
which means I have to like get up in the morning and do stuff.
yeah, I'm on it a lot too, and I'm already looking at doing maybe some merchandising and some other things at this point to help me with my channel, but,
Yep. I,
haven't done
I
anything
know
yet.
that my stuff needs a lot more professionalism, but
Yeah.
I think that the people who are already watching me deserve to grow with me. Grow
Yeah.
with me. Let's all
I have a
grow
good editing
together.
software, but I want to even better where I can pull the sound. Like right now, I can pull the sound off. I
Yeah,
want to be able to pull the sound off, and if there's something annoying on it, tweak it and then put it back on. You know what
right.
I mean? I don't have that
Yeah.
ability right now. So
Yeah. I'm still learning a lot of the techie stuff.
yeah, it's a learning, it's a process, but
Yeah. And I'm
I
saving
can
up
do a lot.
I'm saving up to buy the paid version of StreamYard because I really, really like it.
Oh yeah.
I just really, really like it. So at some point I
And I
may do
haven't done
different in the
streaming
future, but
yet on my own, but I go on other people's channels, and
I was
like
so scared to do that.
I've been on Mr. Sensible a few times, and I've have an open invitation whenever he's on there to go
Yeah.
on, and so yeah, but huh?
Maya says mornings are for bitches. I agree. I agree. Every morning I wake up like,
Oh,
God dang it, I did it again. I didn't sleep forever. Shit.
I'm one of those people. I like to get up with my husband. I'll go back to bed. Sometimes I'll be like insomnia kicks in,
Yeah.
and usually I have to get up with my son, take him to work in the morning because the buses don't run as early as he needs to be at work. But he
Right.
takes the bus home. Yeah, so it's like I have my sleep is in shifts most of the time.
Yeah. What'd you miss, Rhonda? Well, I don't know.
We talked about cats
Talked about cats
and
a
other
lot,
people.
actually. We
Yeah,
talked about
I
pets,
think
we
cats
talked
was the
about
majority of it.
kids. Yep,
Aw.
we talked about family. We talked about healthcare.
Healthcare.
Uh, we really chewed the fat today, and I've enjoyed every second of it.
Oh,
I
one thing I was
really
going to
appreciate you
mention about
coming.
one thing I was going to mention about healthcare was how when Trump came in, he took the repeal, not the repeal, the part where there's that mandate you have to pay if you don't have it.
Yeah,
He took that away.
yeah.
California, they're putting the mandate back in for California.
That never really bugged me too bad because it was so much cheaper to just pay the fine every year. It was like $250 or something. It
Oh,
wasn't
not anymore.
anything,
It's like I think we had to pay for my one daughter one time because she didn't have it. It was like $90. I think the next year it went up to like 1,000 or something like that.
Oh
It
no,
was
we haven't
like,
had that problem yet. So
yeah.
because it's easier to pay that because because my husband's covered by the VA, so he don't have that
Oh,
problem.
okay, yeah.
I'm just not. So
Right.
now we all know why because of Pawpaw's video.
Yeah, I just think some things are rotten is all,
Yeah,
But
that's my number one voting point. Like if somebody's gonna help me get some medical care, I am all for you. Just please prove to me that you can do it. I want to see your numbers. I want to see your plan. Before I
yeah,
can vote for you, I need to see that you have an actual plan and that you have done the math
right.
and that this is supportable because I want this and I want to be able to support this and tell other people that this is a good thing, but it better be really a good thing the way you got
Yeah.
it planned out.
Yeah, I have
Then
no
you can
problem with
have my
having to have
vote.
the health insurance. It's just, if you don't have it and you can't afford it, what do you can't go like my son. He turns 26 in February.
Yeah.
So legally he has, I think we have our insurance until he's 26.
Yeah.
And then he basically gets kicked off.
Oh yeah.
But what's he going to
Well, it
do for
used to
medical
be younger.
insurance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be even younger than that because my youngest daughter got kicked off her dad's insurance when she turned 18.
Yeah.
So
But it's like, what is he going to do? He works a part-time job. He can't
yeah.
afford it. And this company where he works doesn't give him anything,
damned if you do and damned if you don't.
And if he
That's
goes to
the
the
way
state,
it
they're gonna
works.
look like it goes to state. Well, it's just you, dude. You won't. Sorry. So he's basically screwed anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Mr. Sensible, he just
Yeah.
popped in on my thing. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, Rhonda works in it. She knows how bad it's messed up. She knows.
yeah.
There's a lot to be said for, voting. Vote, vote, vote,
Yeah,
vote. That's
vote.
my message to the world is vote, please. If you like me, vote for someone who's going to help us get medical care. Because that's what I need. I need help. So yeah, especially if I gotta live long enough to raise these grandkids, I need help.
Yeah.
Because I was at the point in my life, I was like, well, I died tomorrow, I'd be all right. I did my thing, I raised my kids, I've had a nice life, I'm doing okay, and now I don't have that luxury of having that
Right.
feeling anymore. No, I've got to make sure these littles are okay. So yeah, my fellow Americans, help me out here. you know, I've worked all my life. I'm not a leech on society. I'm not a, I, I've paid into the system all my life
Right.
and never gotten any benefit from it at all,
Yeah. We were on food stamps for a while, and we were on cash aid for a while when we needed it,
Yeah.
And
I was like that with my first husband. He was
Medicaid
a
until it
loser.
screwed with our health care, where we couldn't get any financial help through our health care because we were on
Yeah.
Medicaid. Well, if we used it to go to the emergency room on the Medicaid, they're like, "Oh, we have to bill your insurance before." And I was like, "What?" So that
Well,
died right there.
yeah. In the even blind squirrels can find a nut category. Here
Yeah.
in Texas, if you are a grandparent raising grandchildren,
Yeah.
your kids are covered 100%.
Okay.
Which is awesome for me because there's no way I could afford insurance for these kids at all. I
No.
can't even afford it for myself. How am I going to cover 2 kids?
Exactly.
So that's a thing. Thank goodness, even in Texas, blind squirrels find a nut. They did something right.
True. Yeah, they
But
always
it
know where the
should be
nuts
that
are.
way
That's
for
true.
every child in Texas should be covered. Period.
Yes.
If you can't get it for me, get it at least for the kids.
Yeah.
I'd sacrifice myself for the kids. I know it's a process, but it's still, we could do so much better as a country. We could do so much better. It's
The
so
kids are the
frustrating.
future,
Yeah.
So, oh my
You
gosh.
get the money out of politics. Get the big money out of politics.
Yeah.
Something that has to change before anything else does. As long as they can be bought and paid for, they don't really work for us.
I'll tell you, we would get a lot better candidates if we stopped letting them fundraise and say, okay, here, you get 5 million taxpayer dollars. That's it.
Yep.
Everybody gets the same amount of money. You cannot fundraise. And you have to you get disqualified if you smear somebody else. You have to go on your merits on why you should be elected. You can't smear somebody else or be negative. That kind of thing. Everything has to be on the up and up, or you're just disqualified. You're out of the race.
See, I wouldn't even put that restriction on them because I like to watch the ones that are doing the mudslinging because that's going to guarantee they don't get my vote.
True.
If you can't tell me what you've got to offer without cutting the other person down, then you don't have anything to offer.
But it seems like that's all they do is, well, this person over here. It's like, no, what can you do for us? This is what we're here for. But you're right. Everybody mudslings.
Well, you have to distinguish between which advertisements are from the actual candidate themselves and which ones are from all their little support committees and all their political action groups.
If you only have $5 million for your campaign, you can't do TV or radio ads.
Right, I agree. That's the change that needs to happen.
You're going to have to get on your little bus and you're going to have to go to teach wherever whatever your district, or if it's like a federal election, if you're a federal, like a president or whatever, you have to go all the little whistle stops and go to the people.
Right.
You can't go to, that way it ensures that.
I have allowed myself to go off on a tangent. I don't usually go off on because I try to keep my channel like a politics.
Gotcha.
which is not I mean, it's not that I don't care about politics, because I genuinely do, and I'm educated, and I look, and I study,
Right.
and I read, and I find out about the candidates for myself. I'm not interested
what
in
you should be
convincing
doing.
anybody else to do anything.
Right,
So
right,
that's
right.
my thing. It's like, yeah, you can vote for whoever you want to vote for. Just by God, vote. If you don't vote, shut the hell up. And if you already
That's what I
know you're
say.
not going to vote, then shut up now. You're like,
Yeah.
if you already know
It's
you
like
might vote,
if you don't vote, you can't complain, basically.
Well,
'Cause you have
no,
the
they
power
do
to change stuff.
complain. That's the point. They do complain even
But
if
I'm
they
just saying
don't
you
vote.
shouldn't
And
complain
when
if
they
you didn't
do,
do anything to help the situation.
well,
And
yeah,
that's
that's
what
what I
you got to
mean.
use your vote. That's all.
Vote or
So,
shut up. Vote or hush. Yeah.
you see, Tria Tayel. I can't pronounce that name.
Tell, yeah. Making all the rules for how to campaign. Yeah, see, that's why I'm telling you, it's time for women to run the country. It's time
That's
for women
right.
to run the damn world. You guys have had it for centuries and
Yes.
centuries and
It
centuries. It
has
is
to be the right
time.
women, though. It has to be the right women, just not
Look
because
at
they're
how
women.
good we get along. Look at how good we can talk about differences, opinions. Look how we can
Yeah,
work together. Look how
right.
diplomatic we can be.
That's
You
right.
know? I mean, come on. Like
Oh, it's
we can
Tria?
organize your house, but we can't run your country. Up yours, buddy. You know? I can run
So
your house, your business, and your country,
that's
and
right.
still give you a little
And
nip
I
in
can
the
stick
night.
to a
So
budget. I can stick to a budget.
that's right. I can damn sure stick to a budget, and I'm not afraid to use coupons.
That's right.
I'm gonna get the very best deal there can be gotten. And she did 2020 rock. Yeah.
2020.
No, you know what, y'all? I got a whole entire file on my computer of photographs of myself that will prevent me from ever getting into public office.
I've led a pretty tame life, but yeah, I never had anything bad that people can use against me.
Yeah, well, just being an atheist will keep me out of office in Texas. So there's that. I can't
Oh
even
yeah,
run for an office
yeah.
in my state.
Oh, my religion, they would bring my religion up nonstop. They did it with Mitt Romney. They'll do it with me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they don't let atheists run for office down here. That's okay.
yeah.
I really don't want that job. So
No, I don't either.
I like this job. This job is perfect for me.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer. Is what I've done my whole life. Even
Yep.
doing hair, I'm entertaining from behind the chair, telling them jokes, making them happy, making them feel pretty. That's what I do.
Yeah, I started doing videos just for fun. It's like a hobby, but it's pretty much turned into my life. But I don't get
it
any
turned
money
out to
for
be
it.
something I really, really enjoy. And why
Yeah.
not make a little money doing that if I can?
Yeah.
I mean, if I can't, okay. But it'd be way more fun even if I could get a little.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to 300 subs right now, but I'm like 19 away, or 18 away, something like that. But
From what?
I'm about 18 or 19 away from 300 subs.
Y'all go sub to Global Mom.
Tomorrow's my 6-month anniversary on YouTube, so it's not too bad for 6 months worth of work. But yeah, so
That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really good because I've only been doing it since June, and I just made it to 100.
It's just you got to get shouted out, and I do that with a lot of I do that with a lot of because I've gotten paid for by other people.
Yeah,
I was talking about the shills. I was on there on a video chat. I guess one of the guys has seen me that's on there, and he shouted me out, and I got from 60 something subs to 28 subs. I got to 100 within 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's how I made it from 80 to 100 in like 24 hours because I went on in the conspiracies stream and like wow, all these people came over and subbed to my stuff, and I hope they're actually. I hope now that they're subbed that they're enjoying themselves. Like I hope they're like what they find when they get here, because watch times are important. If you're gonna watch something, watch it from beginning to end because makes the numbers go up.
But and then like a month later, I got 200 subs. So now between beginning of September and now, it's just like kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well, I feel like I've secured my inner circle.
Yeah.
Of close people, and now I feel safe branching out into bigger circles of the community. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because that's how I was when I started on the shills. Everybody's kind of gravitating toward the shills, even like the bigger names. Ones that have a lot of subs. So we're all kind of this one big community,
Right.
And the thing is to pay it forward. So I've been doing that, showing other people's content, mirroring videos, things like that. I just recently did a video of a guy. He's called the Conspiracist, and he does he acts like a flat earther, but if you listen to all of his arguments, you could tell he is doing it for fun. It's not, he's putting it on.
Satire, yeah.
Yeah, satire. And so
Yeah.
he became a subscriber, and he DM'd me and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I looked at his video and I went, "Oh man, can I either mirror your video, or better yet, do a mock debunk of your video?" He was like, "Go for it." And so that's how that was born. And I made sure he looked. I had 2 teaser trailers and then the video, which I premiered.
Yeah.
I made sure he looked at all of them before I even put them on public, because I didn't want to do anything that would offend him, to push him away. He's like, "Hey, they're all great." I'm like, "Okay, there you go."
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, and he went from I think 61 subs to over 100 just the day after, or the night of, or the day after I premiered his video.
Yeah.
So he's very happy. So I try and pay it forward, because they did it for me. I'll do it for other people, And that's how it should
definitely.
be. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I wouldn't be where I'm at now without help from other people. So I do try as best I can to be helpful to others.
Yeah.
With it, I like diversity in my streams. So
that's it.
Except for girls' night. Girls' night is girls only in the stream. Now boys can be in the chat, fellas can chat, they can even say inappropriate things. We're not going to scream feminist rants at them, or, for none of that. It's fine. Y'all have fun over there. But the stream is girls only in the girls' night stream. So.
Yeah, because there's a lot. It's just primarily the men that are in there,
Well, it's so that we talk about stuff we care about.
Right.
And sometimes, and I'm not picking on anybody, because I love you all. You know how I am. But sometimes we get talked over. Sometimes we get mansplained to, and sometimes we get ignored. And I don't believe most of them. I don't think do it on purpose. Just sometimes it's kind of chaotic in some of the streams.
It can be a lot of people on there.
But I just wanted to know that once a week I'm going to get to hang out with my 2 best girlfriends. Faye and Nadine. We're going to get to connect, and we're going to get to talk about stuff. If it's venting, or if it's giggling, or if it's, "Oh, I love your nail polish," or whatever. But it's girl stuff. It's our stuff. And so that's kind of what that has become. It started out just girls hanging out, and now it's a thing. And I like that it's a thing, and it's just going to keep getting to be a better thing. The
nerdy gransplaining.
Yeah, that's my job. That's what I do. That's my job.
You're gransplaining.
Don't touch that. That's exactly gransplaining. Get it right, nerdy.
Oh man.
Oh, well, it is almost time for me to go catch the school bus, so we're going to have to shut this down. I sure appreciate everybody in the chat. I love to see you all, and I'm so glad Robert doesn't think I'm rich and corrupt enough to be in politics.
That's right.
That is a compliment I will happily.
Yes, it is a very good compliment, Robert. Thank you.
I wouldn't mind the rich part if I didn't have to be famous.
I'm too nice to be corrupt anyway. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm the type that corrupts other people. So. Y'all got that backwards. Y'all think I'm all nice and stuff. I got you fooled, all of you. Thank you so much for stopping in and chatting with me, Glover Mom. I hope
Thank
to
you
see
for inviting me.
More of you. And I need to get in there and watch some of your content, because I'm a new subscriber on your channel too.
Yeah, check it out. It's it's a lot of conspiracy flat stuff. But I make it funny. I try to make it kind of funny,
Yeah.
I don't just rant on them. It's like, I try to be quirky, especially this last one I just put out on Daniel Pratt.
You can get away with saying just about anything if you do it.
You can. I don't like to
We're gonna
swear,
get along
but
just
sometimes
fine.
it comes out.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, all my links are down in the chat. In the description down below. Y'all hop over to Glover Mom's channel. She's easy to find in the Google search. I typed her name and there she was. No sweat.
Yeah.
And come back and see me tomorrow. I'll have you a new granny video. And stay tuned for more Papaw too, because I think I'm going to add him for some more stories. That was so incredibly a lot of fun.
Oh, Tria just subscribed. Thank you, Tria.
I spend a lot of time with him because I take care of him too. And so I think that would be a way I can get, maybe more accomplished, and still have some memories of him and some things that will be around
Yes,
forever,
yes.
and share him with the world because he doesn't get out a whole lot anymore. And so I appreciate y'all being kind to my dad and saying all the nice things he said about his video. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. So I love you guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Angie. Bye, everybody.
Come back and see me again soon.
Bye.